Elroy and the Aliens is a point-and-click adventure that takes place in 1993, featuring talking robots, ghosts from the past, and ancient alien technology buried under desert sand. This adventure follows Elroy and Peggie, who are in search of a long-lost father. I played this game and the demo a couple weeks ago for fresh first looks on the channel, and I really enjoyed the demo, so I definitely wanted to check out the game when it was released. Sometimes point-and-click adventures definitely, I'm not smart enough for them. I definitely have issues playing them sometimes because some of the puzzles don't feel logical to me and just by my personal logic, and so I get frustrated because I can't figure out the puzzles. So sometimes that happens, but that's not because point and clicks are bad, it's because I'm kind of dumb. And that's kind of the conclusion I've come to. Point and clicks are so fun. They are always challenging because not only do they always have these really incredible stories, I find, in these really in-depth stories, great character building and great voice acting, fantastic animation, which this game has all of those things. Their puzzles are so intricate sometimes, and just so interesting, and that's something I really liked about Elroy and the Aliens. The puzzles are not too difficult in this game. They definitely were puzzles I was able to figure out quite quickly sometimes I wasn't, and that's always a good thing to have a challenge. So I really did enjoy the game a lot, and I didn't get stuck too many times where I was getting very overly frustrated. I really just enjoyed the game from start to finish, and there are a lot of different puzzles that are in this game, a lot of variety of puzzles, and I enjoyed all of them, honestly. Now, you're not going to see a lot of them in the footage that I captured just because I only captured about the first hour or two. I didn't want to spoil too much, so you definitely won't see all the locations you can go to, and there are no spoilers for any places that you could discover. I'm not going to show that because I didn't record any of it. There are lots of cool characters that you get to meet, especially in the beginning of the game, getting to meet people that Elroy knows because you primarily play as Elroy. Just getting to know more about him. His father has been missing for a very long time. He was an archaeologist. The mayor is involved. There's a bit of conspiracy that you uncover, and it's really cool, getting to go through this mystery of kind of unraveling what happened I think it's 18 years ago in the game, and you're trying to figure out kind of where everyone ended up and what's going on and what happened to Elroy's dad, and it's really cool. It's really well done. The animation is so good, along with the voice acting of every single character. It's so incredibly done, and with the sound design, the environments just feel so alive. It's so beautiful. The animation is great. Honestly, the animation is so good that I find the way that the characters speak, the way their mouths move, is so satisfying to me. I just really thoroughly enjoyed watching characters speaking, when the voice actors would do their voices and stuff, and it was just, I don't know, something about it was so satisfyingly animated, and I just really enjoyed it. And I think I even mentioned that in my demo gameplay. I just really like the way they're animated when they're speaking, and I just really liked how diverse all of the characters were that you could come across. It was just really cool. One thing I do wish, and this could just be a personal gripe, this doesn't make the game bad in any way. I think this game is a really great point and click game, and that if you enjoy point and click games, you're definitely gonna like this one. You should definitely check it out because it's pretty cool. I definitely can't wait to see more about what happens with Elroy in the adventures of Elroy and Peggie. I wish it could become a series, kind of. But one thing is, it's called Elroy and the Aliens, and I think a part of me kind of wishes it wasn't called that, just because I wish the alien aspect that you encounter in this game was more of a secret. I think it would have been a little more, it would have added a little more to the mystery, but that's just a personal gripe that doesn't really make the game bad in any way. I think it was just, I really wish I didn't know about it when I went into the game, and it was something you kind of discovered, this alien element. But it's in no way bad, and it's really well done. Again, I really liked it, and I also like that you get to play a little bit of Peggie as well, even in the beginning, which I think I did record, so you will get to see some of it. It's cool that you get to see kind of these two sides and these characters interacting with some of the same characters, but the character doesn't know the other person's interacted with them, so you as the player kind of get both sides of these stories a little bit, and eventually, everyone kind of figures out what's going on, but it kind of added to the story to give you that, if you're paying attention, you're Elroy's met this person before, and you're getting more of the story, and it was really interesting and really well done, I think, and I really liked that. The only time, gripe that I could say, or bug maybe, that I encountered with the game is one of the animations for a secretary that you come across. You're trying to get into an office, and there's a secretary kind of guarding the door. The secretary kind of moved a little bit a little slow. Like, it almost seemed like the frames were off for that specific character. It could have just been my computer. I played on my Steam Deck as well, but didn't notice it with anything else. It was just this one animation with the secretary. And so if you run into that, I also ran into that, but it didn't like do anything to the game. It just seemed like she was moving a little bit too slow. I don't know what that is. It could also be me, like, I don't know. But it's not really like a huge complaint or like a game breaker. Like, it was just something I noticed when I was playing the game. The game ran great on both PC and Steam Deck. I actually split my time, I would say pretty evenly. I played the game for about 9 hours for me to complete the game from start to finish. And it definitely runs well on PC and Steam Deck. And one thing that's really cool about the Steam Deck is I played it in handheld mode on the Steam Deck, so I was just laying in my bed playing, and because of the trackpad, point and clicks are really easy to play on there, so I just used the trackpad, and all the controls worked well, the puzzles were working fine, and I also plugged the Steam Deck into my TV and just kind of hung out in my room, played it on my TV with a controller, and that also worked, because you could just I think it's actually already pre-mapped for the game that you can just use a controller and use your like L stick or your R stick to move around like the mouse, and then you just press A or like one of the triggers to click, and it was super easy to use. Like, it was great that I could take the game kind of all over the place with me, and I just really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that it works on both. So if you have a Steam Deck, you can take the adventure with you all over the place and get to continue through the stories, and it's really great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think if you like point and clicks, you should definitely take a look at it. I didn't get too much into a lot of the story and stuff just because I don't want to spoil it. I think that there's a lot to figure out and a lot to find out about what happened with Elroy's dad, and, you know, how the mayor gets tied in and all these different things that happened. As you uncover them, like, I don't want to, like, your interest in adventure in the story is like, that's a part of experiencing the story is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm not gonna like get into it a little too much, because I think it's definitely something you would want to experience and not have spoiled for you before you play the game. But yeah, I think all the characters were super charming that you come into contact with, all the side characters that you meet. Like, the world is just so full, and it really felt like I watched a whole movie, like, honestly, over the weekend when I played it, and I just really love it. And I really do hope that this can become a series, because I really enjoyed it, and I'd love to see again what Peggie and Elroy get up to in future adventures, and maybe see how more things can get tied into, you know, some of the mysteries you uncover in the game. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're going to check out Elroy and the Aliens. I'll leave the link down below, as always, in the description, and I appreciate you stopping by. If you want to check out my series Fresh First Looks on the channel, you can feel free to check that out. There's a playlist on the homepage where I play a bunch of demos usually and get a fresh first look at a game coming out soon, and I do often eventually cover them, like today with Elroy and the Aliens. And I also do live streams Thursday and Fridays, and sometimes Mondays on both Twitch and YouTube, so feel free to stop by wherever you are most comfortable. Thank you so much for supporting this video and watching. Be sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Remember to stay safe, hug your loved ones, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!